Hi, and thanks for joining me for the class today. So today we're going to do a short class working on engaging our core muscles and strengthening through the upper body. So we've got the option to use some hand weights in the class today if you want to. So you can either use some weighted balls or some small hand weights, or if you haven't got either of those, just grab a tin out of the cupboard. I would recommend probably a half a kilo to a kilo of weight, but obviously you use whatever you feel comfortable to do. So we're going to start in standing and warm up, and then we're going to come down onto our fronts, then round onto our backs and finish with a few stretches and sitting. So I hope you enjoy the class today. Remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to start by bringing those toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet at that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight coming to the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. Just nice and slowly forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. Those knees are nice and soft and not locked back. Hands up onto your pelvis, very gently. We're going to tilt that pelvis forward and then tilting it back. So just nice and gently forwards and back. Again, just looking for that midpoint between those two movements. Those ribs are soft, collarbones nice and wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. Okay, so we're going to start with our book opener movement. So I want you to bring your arms up, palms facing in towards you. We're just using those weights in our hands if you want to. We'll take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to open out those hands and then folding back. So we're opening out that chest and folding back. So breathe out as you're opening out, breathing in as you're folding back. Good. Opening out and folding back. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to open out. From here, reach the arms above your head. Lower down and fold back. And again, opening out, reaching above, folding down and back. Good. Opening out, reaching above, lowering down and back. Opening out, reach above, lowering and back. Good. So opening out, reaching above, lowering down and back. Opening out, reaching above. Well done. Lowering down and back. Last few. Opening out, reach above, lowering down and back. Opening out, reaching above, lowering down and back. One more time. Open out, reaching above, lowering down and back. Well done. And we're going to lower those arms back down. Relax those shoulders. Good. Okay, so from here we're going to do a few shoulder rolls. So we're going to bring our hands forward about shoulder height, and then we're going to reach those elbows back and forward. So imagine you're pulling something away and back. Good. And again, pulling that back and forwards and back. So breathe out as you're pulling that back. Breathe in as you're folding back. Good. Reaching back and forwards. Well done. Let's do 5 more. So we're going to go 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. Well done. And 1. Well done. And then lowering those arms down. Very good. Okay, relax those shoulders. Okay, so I want you to bring your feet a little bit wider now than those hips. So have our toes turned out just about that 45 degrees. They'll sit where they're comfortable, really. And we're going to go into a few side plie squats. So we're also going to bring our arms up and out to the side with this movement. So we're going to drop down and lift up. Good. So bring those arms out to the side and back. Breathing out, drop down, breathe in, lift up. Good, and back. Well done. Dropping down, lifting up. Well done. Drop down, lift up. Dropping down, lift up. So just go as low as you feel comfortable and back. Well done. Dropping down, lifting up. Drop down and lift up. Well done. And lifting up. Well done. Dropping down, lift up. Last few here. Good. Dropping down, lifting up. Well done. Now on this next one, we're going to drop down. We're going to hold that here. Hold those arms out. We'll do some little circles round. Good. Breathing in and out. Let's change direction of those circles. Breathing in and out. Holding that there and lifting up. Well done. Relax those shoulders. Very good. Okay, so let's bring our feet back together, and we're going to do a few roll downs from here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands, slowly coming down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently restacking that spine back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently Restacking back up into standing. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently coming back up. Okay, so we're going to come to the end of my mat. So we're going to take a breath in again. And as you breathe out, we're going to drop down. This time we're going to roll those hands slowly down towards the floor. When you get to your end point, just take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, we're going to soften those knees and we're going to walk our hands down. And we're going to come down onto our fronts. So we're going to come down onto our fronts to continue the class from here. Okay, so we can continue down onto our fronts. So you can use a little pillow or towel if you want to rest your forehead on. And I'm just going to use my little weights or whatever you're using in my hands if you want to. So I'm going to rest my head down, my feet are that hip width distance apart. I'm just going to bring my hands down by my side here. So we're going to have my feet that hip width distance, core gently engaged, and we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach those shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and then just hover my hands above the mat and then lower back down. And again, so we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades down and back, lifting those hands, just hovering off the mat and then lowering back down. Good. And again, squeezing those shoulder blades, lift those hands and then lower down. So lifting those hands with those hand weights, just make it a little bit harder. So we've got a bit of a weight there. And then lowering back down. Good. So squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. Now I'm keeping my head down. My neck is staying relaxed. It's those shoulder blade muscles that are working here. And then lowering back down. Good. So we're breathing out as we're lifting up. Breathing in as you're lowering down. Good. Breathing out as you're lifting up. Breathing as you lower down. Well done, and again, and lowering down. Well done. Squeeze the shoulder blades down and back, and lowering down. Well done. So really great exercise for our posture. Squeeze the shoulder blades and down. Now on this next one, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. Lift those hands, and I want you to pulse here. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then lowering back down. Well done. Let's see if we can do that again. Squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. Lift those hands. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering back down. One more time if you can. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. Lifting up. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering back down. Well done. Okay, so this time I'm going to keep my head resting on that or down onto the mat, but I'm going to bring my hands above my head and we're going to do our swimming. So hands above your head here, and we're just going to have our feet still that hip width distance apart. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, I want you to raise one hand just a few inches off the floor and then lower back down. And again, opposite arm, lifting up and lowering back down. Good, and again, and down. So we're going to breathe out as we lift up. Breathe in as we lower. Now if that feels comfortable, let's add our opposite leg extension. So we're going to breathe out, lift arm and opposite leg, and then lower back down. Alternate sides. Breathing out, breathe in as you lower. Good, and again, breathing out, breathe in as you lower. So we're lifting, opposite arm, opposite leg, but keeping that control, keep that core engaged, controlling through that center as we're lifting above your head. If that feels too much with the weights in your hand, then obviously just do it without. Good. So we're lifting and lowering. Nice and controlled. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you lower. Good. And again, lifting and low. So it's not a big lift, not lifting that high. Keep that core engaged, belly button drawn up towards that spine. Good, so it's those bottom muscles that help lifting that leg. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Good, few more here. Well done. Lift up and let's do one more each side. Good. And then lowering back down. Well done. So we're just going to bring those weights down a little bit, and we have my hand either side of the mat, and we'll have a little stretch out with our Cobra. So feet a little bit wider than those hips. Breath in. Now as you breathe out, just lift up to where you're comfortable. So you get to your end point, just stop there. If you can, we can go a little bit higher. Neck staying nice and long. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, just slowly lowering that tummy, those ribs, and then that breastbone back down onto the mat. Well done. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, lifting up, gently peeling up into that extension stretch, that Cobra. Breath in, neck staying long. And as you breathe out, gently peeling back down onto the mat. Lovely. Let's just do one more. Breath in. And as you breathe out, gently lifting back up. Good. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly walking back down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come round onto our backs from here. So if we bring our weights with us, we'll use those in our hands again. So we're going to come down onto our backs. Feet and knees that hip width distance apart, just as we did before. We're going to just tilt that pelvis forwards and back just to start with. So we're in that nice neutral position. That core's gently engaged, ribs soft, collarbones nice and wide. Okay, so hands down by your side. We're going to have our palms facing up towards the ceiling. We're going to float one leg up into tabletop. So we're going to do a one leg stretch from here. So breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to reach the leg away. At the same time, we're going to bend the elbows with a bicep curl and bring back. Okay, then opposite leg lifted. We're going to lengthen and back. Good. Now if that's comfortable there, we can either stay with a single leg or bring both legs up into double tabletop, and we do the same again. So we're combining that bicep curl with our one leg stretch. Good. So breathing out, breathe in to fall back. Good. So if that feels too much in double tabletop, just go back to that single leg we started with. That feels more comfortable. Good. Well done. So bending those elbows and back. Breathing out. Breathe in to fold back. Breathe out and back. Breathing out as you lengthen away. Breathe in to fold back. Good, well done. So working those arms at the same time, bringing them up towards those shoulders, bending at the elbow and down. Well done. Bending and lowering. Good, and again. And folding down. Well done. And down. Lovely. Reaching away and fold back. Very good. Last few. Reach away and folding back. Good. Nice and control. Keeping that control through that center. Well done. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. Reach away, folding back. Good. And then we're just going to lower those legs one at a time back to that start. Very good. Okay, so we'll still use those weights in our hands. We're going to combine a hip twist with some arm opening here. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling, those shoulder blades down. And we're going to open one hand out to the side. At the same time, we're going to open the opposite knee out with our hip twist movement and then fold back together. Alternate sides, so opening out opposite arm, opposite leg, and folding back. Good. Breathe out as you open out, breathe in to fold back. So either keep the feet down here, or we can challenge that core a little bit more and bring a leg up into single tabletop, opening out the same, fold back, and again, alternating legs. Or if that's comfortable there, then we can bring both into double tabletop. Same again, opening out. As you move up through those levels, you might find that movement with the leg is a little bit smaller, but that's normal. You're just going as far as you can keep that control. So you're watching for too much rotating or rolling at that pelvis. You want to keep those hip bones, those headlights pointing up towards the ceiling. If you find yourself rolling too far, make the movement a little bit smaller of those legs and arms. Good. So breathing out as you open out, breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out, breathe in to fold back. Well done. Opening out and folding back. Lovely. Really challenging that control. that upper body and leg coordination again as well. Well done. Opening out and folding back. A bit more tricky if you're using those weights in your hands. Well done. Opening out and fold back. Good. Lovely. And back. Well done. Opening out and folding forwards. Last few here. Well done. Let's do one more each side. Opening out, fold back. Opening out and folding back. Well done. Lowering those legs down one at a time. Back to that start. Float those arms back down. Very good. So we'll pop those weights over to the side now. And we're going to bring our hands down by our side or out to the side of you and have a nice little stretch. So we're going to drop those knees over to one side. Turn your head to the opposite side if you can. Opening out and then gently folding back up. And the other side. Drop those knees over. Turning that head. Use those toe muscles. Gently coming back up to that start. And again, drop those knees over, rotating that head and slowly coming back up. Good. And again, drop the knees over and gently coming back up to that start. Lovely. And again, drop the knees over and lifting back up. Lovely. Side to side from here, opening out and gently coming back up. Good. Well done. Drop the knees over and then coming back. Well done. Drop those knees over, rotating that head, and then slowly back up. Well done. One more each side. Drop the knees over, lovely. And coming back up and over to that opposite side. Well done. And then bring those arms back down by your side. Okay, so we're going to come back up into sitting from here. I'm just going to do a few little stretches with that upper body. So just relaxing those shoulders there. Just going to bring those elbows into your side. We're not going to use the weights here, just to cool down. And we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to open those hands, squeeze the shoulder blades gently back and folding in. And again, opening out, squeezing gently back and folding back. Lovely. On this next one, we're going to open out, reach those hands away and then folding back. So we're going to reach away, reach those palms down, and then palms back up to come forwards. Good. And again, opening away and folding back. So just stretch those arms away and folding back. And again, reaching away. Well done. And folding back. Last few. Reach those arms away and folding back. One last time. Reaching away and folding back. Well done. Relax those arms back down. Then bring those hands in front, thumbs up towards the ceiling. We'll take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to reach those hands, stretching up and back and then forwards in that kind of Y shape. So we're going to reach back with those thumbs and then forwards. Good. Reaching back and then back down. Lovely. Last couple. Reaching back and down. One last time. Reaching back and then relaxing those arms back down. Well done. Relaxing those shoulders. From there, we're just going to tuck that head down, just curl that back down, little stretch, and then lifting back up. And again, tucking that head down, just curling down gently, and then gently coming back up. One last time, tucking that head down, just curling that spine down, and then lifting up. Well done, and relaxing those shoulders. Fantastic. Thanks for joining me for the class today. Hope you've enjoyed it and see you again soon.